Hey guys, in this video we're going to work on parts 15 to 20 of Fanhome's 1966 Batmobile. So let's go ahead and get started. So a big box this month with parts 16 to 20, and box should be it's way bigger than it needs to be. I'm guessing they got stock sizes, but as I open this up, you'll see there's not much in here in terms of size. And I think, spoiler, we're pretty much working on the chassis, I think, and attached the engine from last month. So that's what we've got in the box. I obviously moved the packaging. I'm going to move this out the way because the box is massive. And then I can kind of handle this a little bit better here. So let me just adjust my camera. Oop, wrong way. Zoom in a little here. And as you can see, we have 15, 16, 17. We actually have 6 parts on my bed. We actually have 15 to 20. So I get confused with the Millennium Falcon and the Batmobile, which I'm building. So Batmobile, we're up to 6 a month now. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And to give you an idea of the parts, again, we'll go through these each, one by one. But this is what we basically have in 6 bags. And finding number 15 first. I think it's actually the bigger one. Alright, and here is 15, which is a big hunk of metal. This is heavy. It's metal. Bit of cabling. Another screwdriver. I always use my own screwdriver. And yeah, big bit of chassis here. So before I start, I guess I should mention Fanhome sent me this free of charge for me to provide a video to show you guys. Also, the link is below if you want to subscribe. And I'm not just saying this because they send me it, but it's a really good build so far. I've built a few of these different part works and just a really cool vehicle, and I really enjoy building this one. So that's my little disclaimer out of the way. Again, you know me, followers my channel know I'm a straight shooter. If something's crap, I'll say it's crap. When I get products sent to me, like airbrushes and stuff, I'll fully put my hands up and just say it's crap if it is. But I honestly am enjoying building this one. So as always, we start this part 15, so it relates to episode 15 of the show. And going through here, just flick through real quickly, we get to the instructions and the car parts. And we basically have the front chassis, fuel line, and a screwdriver. And wait. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the engine, which we built last month, which is this big chunky monkey. And we're going to basically add the fuel line, and we're going to prepare the front chassis. And that's basically what we've got going on. So without further ado, let me bust this open, get going with this, and be right back. Okay, so that took me all of about 20 seconds. So did note from previous part, had this silver hose on the wrong one. I had it on here. So I just pulled off the silver hose on this, and the new fuel line, the black hose we got, put it on this side right here. So I did have the silver one, just moved it to the front, and the black one goes to the side. So that took like 5 seconds, and then you basically just untighten 2 screws on here. And that is it for part number 15. So 16. So again, episode guide, some comic book stuff, a lot of comic book stuff, and we have some tweezers. So we're getting tools with this one. So the tweezers, excuse me, we have the front chassis rear frame, we have the cross member, and we have a couple of, like, I don't know what they are, like pins, I guess. We're just going to apply this to the cross member. We're going to fit the front chassis rear. And that's what we're going to end up with. So again, pretty straightforward stuff. Nothing too crazy, and the instructions are really easy to follow as well. So let me quickly open this bag up and kind of just look at the parts real quick. Some screws. And again, solid metal. Cross member. Another one at the rear. And nice pair of tweezers, although I have my own tweezers, but screwdriver and tweezers, so getting a whole toolkit here, right? And that is it. So let me go ahead and put this together, and as always, we'll be right back. Okay, so essentially just 3 screws in there. I did drop the EM bag, so I didn't talk about earlier. So 2 EMs in the top 2 here, and the bottom one of the main cross member is a GM screw. Now I did switch my screwdriver for my Wera PH0. It's just way better than the cheap Chinese one they give you. So screwed those 3 in, and that is it. That's all you're doing in number 16. So again, another 2-minute max deal there. So on to 17. Again, episode 17, comic book stuff, and some interesting parts here. So we have, what do we have? A front cross member, now suspension arm, a bumper, and a couple of packs of screws. And we're basically going to install the bumper, fit the arm to the cross member, and this is what we're going to end up with. So let me dig out 17. There we go. Let loose the screws. And again, all metal. So this is solid metal. Metal. And a plastic piece right there. So yeah, a lot of metal. This thing's going to weigh, well, literally a ton. But with the engine and stuff, it's going to be a really big, heavy model. So solid metal, and you see the detail there, looking really nice as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting these parts together per the instructions. All right, so again, pretty straightforward. Just basically 2 screws on here, and the larger screw goes through to the left side, making sure these holes face up and these parts face up. So it goes on the left side, and I just left that screw in the other side so I don't lose it. And on to number 18. Again, the episode. And we have an engine mounting bracket, a front right lower suspension arm, a bumper, and some more screws. We're going to install the bumper to the right side, kind of what we just did with the left side. We're going to fit the bracket in the crossbar. We're going to install the engine. So nice, so it all comes together. And that's what we're going to end up with, assembling all these parts together to give us nice sub-assembly. So parts, got the screws right here. And same pretty much we just saw. Again, look at the beautiful detail. Solid metal. Again, metal. And a plastic little bracket. So yeah, same, pretty much rinse repeat. Kind of same what we just kind of did. Obviously this one's going to go on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and install those and we'll come right back. All right, so got it in. It's a little tricky. Just one little screw holding this thing in right now at the back. And it didn't want to go in. So I just kind of pre-screwed it, took it out, and then brought the part up, and it finally went in. And this is how we're looking. Yeah, see a lot of, a little crooked, not quite straight, but I guess once we screw it all in later on. But this big chunk of metal and looking really good. Now I did go back to my instructions and check. This cross member we took out at the very beginning, this is just protected during shipping. So this is just trash now. You don't need this bit of metal anymore. This bit replaces it. So on to 19. Okay, on to instructions. Looks like we have some more front chassis parts. Fitting left covers, fitting the right covers. We're fitting the bolts left and right. Installing a stabilizer, installing the brackets, and this is what we're going to end up with. So quite a few little parts here, and yeah, really going to reinforce this front end. And again, you can see the level of detail. So most of this is metal. Well, actually not a lie, this is plastic now. These parts are plastic, but these are basically covers that go on, and a couple of packs of screws. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to work, get that part done, and we'll come back and then we'll work on part 20, which will be the final part of this month. All right, so little fiddly on this one. Basically, these posts that go on here, they just spin when you try to screw them in. So I had to get my pliers out. So one hand hold it with the pliers tightly, then with the other hand screw them in. And then the brace goes over here, and that's essentially it. It's still kind of missing these screws here, so it's a little bit hard to kind of keep flipping around. It's moving all over the place, but that's kind of where we're at. On to the final part, number 20, final part for the month. And here the parts. So quite a few little parts here and quite a lot of screws. We're going to fit the arm balls. We're going to upper suspension arm, fit the shock absorber, fixing the upper arm, and that's going to be our final result. So parts wise, here we go. Some metal parts mostly here, nice spring and a bunch of screws. I've got all these screws as well, so I've got to be careful, make sure I use the right ones. So that's part number 20. I'm going to go ahead, put these together, and then we'll come back and do the final kind of reveal for the month. All right, so here we go. Big, heavy section. A little bit, I'm not sure why I didn't put those screws in yet. I'm sure there's a reason why it's coming late over the next month, but it's very loose, so you have to hold this thing very carefully. But basically worked on this front left wheel here. Got spring in there, as you can see. It was a little tricky to get some of these screws in, I'm not going to lie. And didn't help by me kind of getting the screws mixed up a little bit too on the mat here. But anyway, we're together. That's how we're looking. Again, it needs to be secured. All these hoses, not sure exactly where they're going to go. I'm just going to, there's plenty of room here with tweezers and stuff to move them wherever I need to move them when the time comes. But there we go. So thank you for following as always. As I mentioned, the link is below if you want to subscribe to this. We're now up to part 20. There's 110 parts. So we're almost, by next month we'll be almost called the way through. So yeah, thank you for watching as always. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, and as soon as I get next pack, I'll post it up and we'll continue with the build. Have a good week, and catch you next time.